I'll show you all the hacking. See this? Wrap my ex. This is for support with refugee. I'm not actually talking to anybody. You see on my work to get to support systems? Wrap my ex. See this? Jen Poo. Civil rights, Jen Poo. See this? Charlie Gran. So whoever's talking to me, I'm not really talking to agencies. I've been hacked. My whole identity's hacked. Gran. There's no Swedish people called Charlie Gran. Come on. Do you want to see their names? This is what their words look like. That's not what she's doing. Is a lot of hacking. Here we go. Oh. It's all over there. There's a blanket that I had to this blanket, and I issue this to my uncles because they think that I'm trapped. It says there's no malignancy, but that word is known as malignant. So how does that? Ask your doctor friend Deepa what that means. That's me in Sweden. So did I get my... No, I'm trying to get the hacking. Do you see that? Oh. Do you see that? You see this? This is the code they're trying to hide. I want you to look at it. Mail me VIP.me, because this was all my stuff coming back. Mr. It's going Pooh? To these VIPs. They're making out that I'm Maori, and that's not who I am. Did you see that? Wrap my ex. This is some of the work I've been doing at my mum's. Apparently this is India's war. They just keep stealing every effort to do any work. Look at this. Send this to myself. Sent. Look how many times I've sent it. This is all today. Hello, test. It's not coming to me. So my emails are very hijacked. Look at what's going on with me. So this is a brand new account I've made. Because they've hacked everything, and I've broken all my phones. They've broken my Apple. They've broken my my cheap phone. Like, it's none of the emails are coming to me. And look. So I made a new email. I have now I have a confirmation from Amnesty. Do you understand? I never get confirmation, so that is definitely... That's because I changed my... So this email is worth... I have invaded my... Somebody wrecked my tent, so I was being targeted. There's more hacking on here. Oh, this shows how they're messing with my employment bit, and how I've been looking for help with trafficking. So I'm labouring as a fat pig, and as a doublager, and as an ugly mess. I have invaded my... This is identity theft. School heritage killed me.
work history change, character, no mail. And this is my fraud: PayPal, TravelX, Trade Academy, bank fraud, credit card theft. That's real life. The urgency is I'm not a model, but shouldn't class be about, like, I did look classy before, it's just that my face got ruined. It's a prolonged unjust treatment of them hanging me in the public eye like they are. Oppression-based stress. I have got a trauma at the moment, and there's a lot of letters saying she needs intervention, and nobody helped me with any help, and I'm being kept with a lot of discrimination because of this photo wall of me, and I just want my life back. These are things that I've been reading, and I've got the same amount of education, so it's unlawful. It says the Human Rights Act protects people in Aotearoa, New Zealand, from unlawful discrimination. The thing is I don't have a degree, but do you need a degree? Or do you need help with institutionalised racism? Because at the end of the day, 2 diplomas can still get you a pretty high up there job, and if I've still got the quality of thoughts before I was abused, it's violence. Every time I go to work, I have some sort of violent act against me, and that means they are keeping me lower class. And if you just keep mocking me as ugly and lower class and then putting me in a toilet, I'm never going to get out. How do I get out of that? And if there's no way to access what I need? Because I've got all this hatred out there, like, because they're trying to tell me I'm a type of person. But this started in a mental ward years ago, where the cops were making us in a book with these 3 women saying they were way better looking than me. Human rights, everybody should know. Right to equality. Am I being treated equally? Is she being shunned in the public, or just me? Am I allowed to sit with my friends? They've been cutting me off, and there's a lot of cartoons in Australia that I'm a man and the Maori Party is discriminating against me. Article 2, freedom from discrimination. I've been told there's a lot of discrimination. I'm Bob, I'm a man, I'm ugly in the public, and they're trying to fight me for filming them. But the cops have been at this house quite a bit, and I asked them, I said, I started filming her because she was getting aggressive, and he said, you're entitled to film her outside if you're protecting yourself. So this woman was screaming me on the street today, said I was a fucking ugly mutt and she's going to get me. And I was totally in the right, and I said, you can't treat me like that. And I started filming her, and she started running after me saying she was going to hit me. I ran into a shop. They yelled at me and said, you're putting our life in danger. And I said, I'm really scared. And instead of backing me up that she was abusing me, they kicked me out on the street, and some other guy had to mediate. And I just said, why am I being treated like this everywhere? He goes, I need you to go to the cops. I said, what's the point of going to the cops? Somebody's wrecked my reputation and told the cops I'm a liar. So it's total injustice. I'm facing violence day in, day out, and I didn't even do anything wrong. I was making a business in Australia, and they just kind of executed me over there. And I got brought back here into more cultural war, more discrimination, more fat shaming. Working for the government as a fat pig on holiday. Article 5, freedom from torture and degrading treatment. I find it degrading. I've asked for years to not put me as why her and the ugly ex. The right to recognition. Did you see my film? It actually says wrap up the ex, and that's hacking. They're pretending to be different people in my emails. Freedom from torture. Right to recognition as a person before the law, the right to equality before the law, the right to remedy, competent tribunal, freedom from arbitrary arrest and exile. Right now I want to protest about Article 9. Article 10, the right to a public and hearing. A fair public hearing, the right to be considered innocent until proven guilty, freedom from interference from privacy. This is really important to me. So Article 3, the right to life, liberty and security. Article 4, freedom from slavery. Article 5, freedom from torture. Article 7, equality before the law. Article 9, the freedom from exile. Article 10, the right to a fair public hearing. Article 11, the right to be proven innocent till guilty. And 12, freedom from interference from privacy with family, home and correspondence. I have proof the security guards are outside bullying me. Pee-pee and potty. Too lazy to go for poo-poo and pee-pee. And I've got the other lady screaming outside that all this horrible stuff that I'm dumb and I stink and I've got a dirty ass and I'm a rag doll worth 90 cents. Which means they're raping me in this vicinity, which is creating a system of inequality and violence. Article 13, the right to movement in and out of the country. I'm not allowed to do that. The right to asylum in other countries to get me free from persecution. They're trying very hard to make me look like a criminal. The Article 15, the right to nationality and the freedom to change it. The right to marriage and family, the right to own a property. Article 17, the right to own a property. I know exactly what I wanted, and they've copied everything I wanted about buying this tiny home in Perth, and they've built a big empire over it. The freedom of belief and religion, the freedom of opinions and information, peaceful assembly and association, participate in government and elections, social security, the right to social security, desirable work and to join unions, Article 23. I'm discriminated from all resources, the right to rest and leisure. I can't use my email. Did you see how much hacking there is? That's just a little bit. I've lost so much proof. I've been resting and I'm not allowed to. I'm being persecuted about being ugly. Right to adequate standard of living, the right to education, the right to cultural life of the community, and the right to social order. Right now, Auckland is denying me any social rights and any right to the culture. I'm abused in the public. So I'm asking for the black box that the West Union have made, and that they've also taken away my wealth, the Western Japanese of this toilet video and this sinning box. It's not fair. I've had to video things because my phones go missing. I've tried heaps. I don't know what's going on with that. What's this about? I need help because I'm not lower class. I'm kind of middle class. I haven't had support. I've reached out for it. See this? When you go to March for Justice, it's going on that it's for Hen. Hen's the one that's kind of trafficking me. She's not letting me talk to anybody. These 3 chickens. She just interferes in all of my stuff. See this? I got broken into the house and they started writing dog on the walls. This is Australian. See? She's got the IP address. She changed it to sloppy plops. You don't think that's weird? That they're not bombing toilet videos? I went to the police about genocide and I'm still being made out to be the bad guy. This is hacking icon. This is my walking around about December, January, and I was not losing weight because I got issues. This is another thing asking for help. Because they're sexual assault that I'm greasy meat, and it's racism, and I don't have any answers. The stories aren't me, eh?